How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Uncharted Golden Abyss. And in today's episode, we are running away from Guerro's men. We shot a lot of them last episode. We blew up a bridge. That was a pretty cool action sequence. Had to blow up a truck full of dynamite, and then it blew up a bridge. We saved Chase, and I don't know what else. I took a little bit of a break between episodes, not because I needed to, but because I wanted to. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but I have a hard time speaking today. Like, I just can't put my thoughts together. I even noticed at work I had, like, a hard time focusing on what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know why. Is it because I woke up so... Like, yesterday, had not an afternoon, but I had a later shift, the second one. So I came back from work later than usual. And two fucking things in a row. I will not collect all 40 of them, but...
How many of these are there?
40. But I got a lot of them, at least half, so that's pretty good. Oh look, a sunken tank, that's pretty cool, little detail. See, thanks to these picture collectibles, there's a lot of really cool tiny details in the world. Which this game is just really good, in my opinion. Like I kept saying, I think this game is genuinely better than Uncharted 1. Uncharted 1 does have some elements that I think are way better. It has Sully, sorry. Sully is implemented in the story much better, in my opinion. Here she's just kind of tagging along after a while. It has a better female lead, because Elena is miles better than Chase. I do think Dante is way better than Eddie. He's the, like, old friend of Nate, Crook, who betrays him. I mean, Eddie didn't betray Nate, he already didn't like him as the game started, but Dante is much more interesting. Villain, and that's an interesting thing to talk about. Who's the better villain? Gabriel Roman from Uncharted 1? A motherfucker who shows up like twice throughout the game? Actually, well, no, he shows up a little bit more, but Gabriel's a piece of shit. He fucking sucks. He's a crappy villain. And I think Guerrero is genuinely much better. I don't know why they didn't show Dante falling into a river, because at first I was like, what the fuck happened to Dante? She pushed him over and he just, got knocked out? No, apparently he fell into a river. That's fucking stupid. Oh fuck, a chase sequence. What is this, Crash Bandicoot? Finders Keepers? Finders Keepers of what? I'm trying to collect the fucking treasure while getting shot at, and I have no guns to fight back. Look, I leveled up Guerrero again. I hope it means that the boss fight at the end gets better. That's another thing, is the final boss. Which one is better, Guerrero or Navarro? Navarro is definitely a much better villain. He's kind of cool because I don't know, he starts off like just a henchman. He's almost like the evil... I always liked how the villains in Uncharted 1 are like evil Nathan Drake and Sully. Where there's like the younger treasure hunter, except this time he's like a warmonger, warlord, somebody. Well, not a warlord, but a warmonger, I guess you could call him. I'm not sure what the fuck that means, but it feels like something that kind of fits him. Ooh, Tiger drop, nice. I think Nate played some YAKUZA. And then Gabriel Roman is like a piece of shit version of Sully. When you first encounter Gabriel Roman, he does seem to have some history with Sully, because he seems to know him and don't like him very much, so they have some history. Except unlike Sully and Nate, where they have a, very good relationship, they're pretty much son and dad. Navarro and Gabriel have a strictly professional relationship where they don't even like each other. And Navarro is trying to solve like a bunch of puzzles and do a bunch of shit, but he can't figure them out because he's a moron and stupid and not as cool as Nathan Drake. And you know what's interesting? That solidifies my theory that the bad guys in Uncharted 1 are just like evil versions of the good guys. Is because Navarro, I believe, I don't know. I fucking let me look it up because I don't want to spread misinformation. You know, but
Saying possession is 9/10 of the law. No? How about finders keepers?
Navarro's
General, my grandfather
design, maybe if I look that up.
Abierto el cajón, hasta es más honrado, es ladrón. When the box is open, even the most
Oh, there you go. Uncharted Drake's Fortune concept art and designs.
She speaks Spanish.
See?
Let me see a bunch of concept art of what Nate was supposed to look like, because if I'm not mistaken,
The wrong guy. This is Dante.
originally,
He's an idiot. I can give you what you want.
originally
Let go.
Nate was supposed to look like Navarro, or at least maybe one of the concept designs for Nathan Drake depicted him looking more like Navarro. Now here's Elena early design, and she looks like a fucking The Last of Us character, where she gets like fucked up black hair. There's Navarro. Navarro has a cool haircut. I love his hair. I wish I could hair like that. That's the thing, Navarro has a cool design, and if I were to replay Uncharted 1, I might do some skin swaps and play as Navarro. I really liked doing that as a kid when I first played those games. I would just replay Uncharted 2 over and over, but each time I would just pick a different character. Nah, I don't really see anything confirming my theory that Navarro was what Nathan Drake was supposed to look like. I don't know where the fuck I heard that. Maybe I just made it up. I might have. I've made up a lot of bullshit and claim that it's completely, absolutely true. I don't really see it. And here's some early... Here's like some concept design art of the main character. And funny enough, it seems like Nate was supposed to wear a vest and have more like a fucking bushy haircut. You know, the way they drew it here, that I'm looking at it, he looks like a Ben 10 character. Here's him like smoking a cigarette because they were trying to make Nate into kind of a dickhead. Eddie's early designs make him look more like a pirate or like a fucking Sleeping Dogs character. Roman was supposed to look like fucking Tom Nook or fucking Dracula or a movie director or a bunch of fucking weird designs or some Hitler wannabe. Yeah, I don't know, they stuck with some boring fucking design because like if I didn't told you his name just now, would you even remember who the fuck Gabriel Roman is?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let them
The
push
main
me
bad
out.
guy of Uncharted 1?
You can't be pushed if you're
He
walking away.
sucks. No one likes him. He's a pile of garbage. Lazarevich is still the best villain in my opinion.
It's Chase.
Not that he's a good villain,
One of my
he's just
grandfather
ridiculous.
Fine.
And how evil he is. At some point he claims that he looks up to Hitler and Stalin and Pol Pot.
Okay.
So
Alright,
like
I
what the
get it.
fuck?
You have no idea what you're getting yourself into.
I get the fuck out of here.
Dante will cut his losses and move on.
Nah, I'm not
Wherever,
talking about the
he's gonna
cutscene.
look for you until he finds you. Until he
You know what
finds
really
this.
fucking bothers me about this cutscene? Why is everything laying around in this room, like the glasses
There will be
and
other
like all
treasures.
these treasures around,
So I
they're
see. You think it's
shiny,
all about the
like
gold.
objects in the game that I can pick up.
Yeah, maybe for guys like you.
But this game never
And
lets
guys
you
like
explore
Dante,
this
but
area. Why the
my
fuck even
grandfather-
have these stupid effects?
He spent
By the way,
decades
we're about to do the
up to
coolest
his
fucking
neck in
puzzle
dirt,
in this
digging
entire game.
and scraping
It's
for
very
the
simple once
smallest
you know how to
clues.
do it, but on the
All
first
guys at the instrument
playthrough of this
scoffing
game,
at
you
him.
might
Do you
actually...
think he ever made a dime?
I was impressed.
He
I was
wanted
like
to be the next
kind of stuck on it, and I was like, what the fuck am I
famous
meant to do?
archaeologist and discoverer of
Until I
Troy.
finally figured it out, and I was like,
I
oh
wanted
my
to know
fucking
history.
god, that's genius.
It was never, ever about the money.
Fine, it's not about the gold. Let me see that.
And so, I think these two games, Uncharted 1 and Golden Abyss, are very close to each other, but I think Golden Abyss's unique gameplay mechanics and all the gimmicky controls.
Look familiar?
The big downside of Golden Abyss, the biggest downside of them all,
Yes, they do.
so fucking huge, is that,
Grandfather wasn't as
well, it's only on Vita. You can't play it anywhere else. You gotta have a Vita to play it. Can't even emulate it because, well, it's not gonna fucking work.
Probably to protect you from Dante. You say he's never seen any of this?
Unless the Vita emulator has,
No,
like,
my grandfather considered
a
this a sort of
simulation of
No
all
one was
the
allowed in your
controls, gimmicks, and shit.
Surprise.
Even though I'm not sure how you're supposed to play a dynamic game and then simulate waving the Vita left and right to, like, swing and shit.
You see, the
Like, what,
Sete
buttons?
Cidades were an obscure religious order. With
I was
roots
always
all
curious,
the way
how
back
do you
to the
emulate a
Byzantines.
3DS? Like, do you simulate touching the touchpad,
Well,
the
not
bottom
like the
screen,
Nazis. Arianism wasn't around
with
then. See,
like the
when
mouse, maybe?
Spain fell to the Moors in the 8th century, 7 bishops supposedly sailed away,
Wait,
taking the
Nazis
riches
are
of
involved
Spain.
in this? What the fuck? It's crazy.
Said they were founded 7 perfect cities.
Fucked up, man.
Portals to heaven.
Portals to heaven, made of
God only knows.
glowstone and
Literally.
water.
That's why the Sete Cidades were
Nice
founded.
pictures.
Their entire order
By the way, I was
dedicated
gonna
to
say
answering
that in like the
question.
first episode, but I forgot about it.
What's all this got to do with your
Um,
Spanish grave marker?
So I was like these episodes work fine, but when I was recording Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, for some reason
It's one of history's little jokes.
the video worked just fine. I could watch it, there was nothing wrong with it, but Movie Maker told me that no, this file is corrupted. So what I had to do, the only way I figured out how to get around it is I put the video in some kind of converter to convert it from MP4 file to an AVI file, so that I would have 2 separate videos. But the fucking downside of that was that the quality was kind of lower, than it looked really ugly.
That parchment is blank.
But I was like, fuck it, I'm not feel like recording the game again. You know what? Once I finish recording this game and I record that one gameplay and such of Fight for Fortune, I'm gonna delete those games and like download something else. Freedom Wars and Little Big Planet PS Vita probably. So here's this puzzle we have to do. Hold the back of the parchment up to a bright light. That's what you have to do. Take your Vita and hold it up to a light source.
The ink.
You seen that? I turned on my desk lamp and I just like put my Vita up to it. It took me a while because I thought I had to shine the front camera of the Vita, because it has a front and a back camera. But no, you have to shine the back camera, which I could have easily done with my phone or my watch even. It does have some kind of a fucking makeshift flashlight where it just lights up the whole screen white.
What do you think
So
that
if you're
means?
really desperate for a light source, you could use it.
I'm guessing your grandfather did.
It really fucking bothers me how this cutscene has all these items to pick up, and you can never pick them up. This
that's right.
location is never explored in the
I
game.
was right. Dante didn't have anything to do with it.
I don't understand.
So, you think my grandfather translated
Yeah,
the
we get a little
symbols?
bit of a breather
And then
because we
went
just
looking for
escaped
the
Guerrero's
chamber
man.
box.
Now we came back to
Exactly.
her grandfather's
The only thing that makes sense.
fucking man cave,
See, the order had a retreat.
and we're about to go on another expedition,
Worship, study,
looking for some bullshit. And
the 16th century,
you
the
know,
only
Guerrero's
place
gonna
on
show up
Mexico
again, and we're
City.
gonna have to shoot our way out of the fucking place.
But it wouldn't be in Casca Vieja?
No, the order was underground even then. There. That's gotta be it.
Real underground
We
shit.
can find that retreat. We can find the
Like
chamber.
Need for
And if we
Speed.
can find the chamber.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I remember when they announced
You said
Unbound,
we-
and I was like, Need for Speed
Yeah.
Unbound,
I guess
not Underground
You're
3.
gonna help, right?
Even if they did make Underground 3, it probably wouldn't be fucking good.
on one condition.
I mean, not that the new Need for Speed games are any bad, it's just that they go for a weird like direction and shit. Like I was playing Need for Speed Payback a while back, I was recording a gameplay and such out of it, and I thought it was pretty good. I was like, so far, for the beginning of this game, I kinda like it.
He's here.
I've actually
Wait,
heard
jeez, this has been
people
here for weeks.
say good things about Need for Speed Heat,
No, it's okay.
which is the one that takes place in Miami and shit.
I know why he
And I
didn't
played it also on a gameplay and such.
came here alone.
I don't think any of my gameplays and such of Need for Speed games are out, but I did play Payback and Heat, at the very least. And it was cool, I liked it. I really, really liked it. He was never coming back. Never gonna give you up. I remember the lyrics to Never Gonna Give You Up by memory. I used to remember Together Forever by memory as well. Why did I memorize these 2 songs? I don't remember, I was obsessed with Rick Astley for a while. Together Forever was my favorite song. Now, if I had to say what my favorite Rick Astley song is, I still say Together Forever. But recently I've been listening a lot to of ABC.
There. That
They're a
tower.
fucking cool
We have to
band.
climb all the way up there?
And
Not
Alphaville,
afraid of
which
heights,
are the
are you?
people who made Big
No.
in Japan and
Remember how long
Forever
we've been doing
Young.
this?
Since you were 15. I
They
remember.
also have a bunch of great songs. I really love looking up all these like songs you fucking heard a million times on the radio and finding out that the bands have so many fucking bangers, not just those that you heard a million fucking times. And even now, even though I fucking heard Forever Young a million times, it's still an amazing song. And I still love it. And Alphaville is great. And I got really interested in music where like before music was just kind of in the background to me. I never really paid attention to what the fuck song was playing. I maybe recognized a few artists. And I still couldn't really tell you the members of Alphaville or ABC by memory. I don't fucking know a single one. I don't really care. What I care is that I recognize their songs and I really fucking like them. It's like I don't fucking need to know every single fucking person responsible for Uncharted just to claim myself a fan. Do you think FCK? Fuck you. Except I misspelled you. I'm a genius. I remember when I said earlier in this episode that I can't speak. I can't write either. I'm a fucking moron. You fucking expect me to be a fucking genius? Like, have to be a genius to fucking run a Let's Play channel? Oh, now they fucking made the water move in the background, but they couldn't do that before? You know what, this game is pretty as long as you don't look in the backgrounds and realize how fucking static they are. They could have at least tried to avoid using water, because you should probably see it move around on, like, waves and shit. But here, it's just a static fucking image of the water. See, at least they tried to simulate that it's moving. Last time they didn't fucking bother. They just put some birds around and fucking called it a day. This place is really strange because it has so many weird, like, nooks and crannies that you'd think have treasures in them. But none of them do. There was just this one that I fucking found. Like, what the fuck's the... Oh, okay, there's a picture to be taken. But there's, like, where we're about to go, there's, like, a bunch of weird nooks. Like, for example, that rooftop I climbed earlier, when I got here. You would expect that there's at least something up there, maybe another picture opportunity. But no, there's nothing there. Vincent Perez card. I was talking about it. I'm gonna like figure out the rules and how to play Fight for Fortune, and I'm gonna make myself the best motherfucking Fight for Fortune player out there. Even though no one fucking cares. So you know what? I bet by one playthrough, one like half an hour,
Right through here.
probably even less episode of
Got it?
Fight for Fortune, I could probably call myself the best player of that game ever, because probably no one else played it. Should I make a gameplay and such out of that stupid Uncharted mobile game if I could find like an APK file, because I doubt it's an App
What's
Store
this?
anymore,
Just
or
follow
Google
me.
Play or whatever the fuck. They're synonymous to me, you know? I don't fucking, like when I say App Store, I don't mean that I have an iPhone, I just mean that I don't fucking care what the fuck it's actually called on my phone. I think it's Google Play, because I have an Android, not a fucking shitty iPhone. iPhones are garbage. Overpriced shit. Like Xiaomi, they're much better. If you don't mind the Chinese, spying on you, but they already do, so who cares? Can change that, it's just nature. Don't trust the Chinese. There's some weird flying textures on that last piece we moved around. Also, Apple recently shown their attempt at a VR headset, and everybody makes fun of it because it's an absolute piece of fucking garbage, overpriced shit. Because it's just a VR headset. Like, yeah, sure, it's probably decent. There's probably nothing wrong with it. But fucking, how much is it? $300,000. I'm such a poor fucking piece of shit that I don't even know how much a dollar is anymore. Probably can't fucking afford a dollar because I'm fucking poor as fuck. I
This is map
probably
of
could, but
catacombs. Looks like he has all sorts of artifacts.
like to
written down.
exaggerate. I never lie. I only exaggerate. and or color up the story to make it sound more interesting, you know. But it's all true.
This way.
Right behind you.
And yeah, can't wait for it to come out so I can not buy it because I don't ever intend to buy it. And that's it. I have nothing else to say about it. It looks stupid. Apparently, what the idea is that it's a headset you're supposed to put on your stupid face and wear it like in the public because it also allows you to see through it. It's like
Come on,
goggles,
Chase.
but like actual
Remember the monkey
goggles,
bars?
not like it's not like VR goggles where they block your
It's like
view
the
unless you
playground.
play something.
Except if you fall here, you'll
And with these
probably
goggles,
die.
you're meant to actually
Whoa.
see in
Not
front
bad
of
for
you.
Pep talk.
You know, you're meant to just put them
You're
on
doing
like
great.
winter goggles or like skiing goggles, for example. But they're meant to
Don't feel bad yourself?
augment your reality by, I don't fucking know, placing ads right in front of your face. Probably, I don't know.
Come on, over here.
If I were to use it, I would get like single mothers in your neighborhood. Click here. They're all looking
Come on,
for a
give you a
quick
boost.
fuck. Ads all over my face.
Okay.
I'd get some really loud fucking ad of like sex noises, and people on the bus would be like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?" First I put this bullshit
Watch
on my
out.
face, now I fucking watch porn of it in public. What is
Nice.
fucking wrong with me?
Come on.
I tried to kill
Let's go this
myself by
way.
getting a crate dropped on my
Yo.
face, but that didn't work.
Slow down there, Slick. Don't get too far ahead of me.
I can't wait to meet Vincent Perez. He's a cool character. Very cool. Very, very cool. Or should I say very cold? Because he's dead. That's the joke I went for. In case you didn't got that. He's a fucking dead man. Get it? Cool, cold. He's fucking dead in the ground. Died of fucking cancer before he could even, I don't know, have his last words. Something like Shepard did in Uncharted 2. Shepard is a weird character in Uncharted 2. He shows up and he's some kind of World War II equivalent of Nathan Drake, and he apparently used to fucking be a Nazi and be an SS man and shit. And then you're supposed to treat him like a nice person, like what, he turned on a fucking new leaf? He's like, oh man, I didn't realize that was the bad guy. Not that I fucking had skulls and crossbones on my uniform. Oh shit, I was looking for Hitler's fucking way of immortality or some bullshit.
Nice jeans. They fit you well.
Thanks. Let's go across here.
I don't think she got what Nathan was fucking talking about. What he was talking about is that you got a fine ass. You know what, I'll give you that. Those are nice jeans. I don't know, there's nothing special about them, but they're not exactly ugly. That's the best part of your clothing. Everything else about it fucking sucks. I like Nate's design in this game. I did mention that. Like, I like the color palette. I kind of like how he has like a brown shirt with like black. He like his
Come
two
on,
layers
Slowpoke.
of clothing. I don't know, man. It seems like he always hangs out in jungles and shit. It'd probably get really fucking hot in 2 layers of
Hey, you
clothing.
think I'd get more splinters doing stuff like this, don't you? Thick skin, I guess.
Not what I heard.
The fuck did you hear? It's kind of awkward. It's like they're trying to make small talk, but like she's constantly just
The wrath of God.
blowing him away.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
And then Nate is like, "Oh, nice jeans you got." And
How are
I'm
you doing? This
Pretty
better than a greasy
well.
chain?
Ugh, yeah. My grandfather knew how to rig ropes for safety.
That seems pretty solid.
good thing he didn't
As long
hang
as it
himself
wears
because
gloves
then
on.
this line would have been really
Hey,
fucked
don't
up.
jinx us.
Why would he hang himself just because he had cancer? Imagine if you're about to die of cancer and then you decide, like, you know, I don't want to die of cancer. I'm gonna shoot myself. I'm gonna strangle myself with my own socks so that they can write that he died from strangulation by himself instead of lame fucking way to die like heart attack.
This is so amazing.
Yeah. And think about this.
I'm
Set this
gonna
goddess
piss
carved
off
us out of sandstone
some
before.
dangerous animal right
By
before
hand.
I'm about to die of a heart
Tractors,
attack, so
backhoes.
that it can just
I'm
rumble
not
me
Dante,
and people can claim
I
that
mean, I
I
think I know
died
that
in a
enough
fight with a
backhoes in
bull
the
or some
16th
shit.
century.
I wasn't lecturing.
Even though I was about to
Just
die
thinking
anyway.
out loud, you know?
Okay.
Spanish have that weird culture of, enraged bulls chasing people on the
Hey,
street, and it's like a fun activity for them to
look at
run
this.
away, but it looks fucking insane. Spanish are fucking crazy though, and
What
especially
is that?
Not sure.
Portuguese
Let me
people.
clean it.
Geese, fucking crazy. I don't dislike them like I do other nations, but they
That's
are
my
pretty fucked up.
grandfather's. His
They
idea
believe
for
in all
the
kinds of
antiquities
voodoo and
office.
other bullshit like
I
that.
must have dropped it.
Lots of different religions there. It's like South Africa also is a melting pot of different religions. Look, I found somebody's Visa card. Can I use it to buy V-Bucks and buy some use Nathan Drake skin for my Fortnite account? I think there is a Nathan Drake skin for Fortnite. Is there? I think there is. There's like Kratos and other PlayStation characters.
These IOA cards
So I
can be
think
used
there
to
is
get
a
into
Nathan
dig
Drake
sites
skin.
anywhere in the
Did
world.
they ever do like some
Wonder
Nathan
what
Drake
Dante
versus
would do
Lara
for us.
Croft Fortnite? Because she's also a skin
There,
in the
look at
game.
these scrape marks.
You know, I kind of wish I was younger and
Fresh.
like, or at least Fortnite would
Only a
have come
few
out
weeks old.
earlier because I
UNCHARTED
wish I
power
could
comes through here.
be into it. But
It's
it
like
does
a
not
bridge.
appeal to me nowadays
Gotta
because
find another
games,
way down.
I play the kinds of games like Uncharted,
I can move
You
this by
start the game,
itself.
follow the
No
plot,
idea.
you do stuff, and then the game ends, and you move on. You play a different game. I don't like
There.
playing online games where
That's where we have to go.
there's no end goal.
Well, I
You're
thought you said
just
we were
supposed
going
to do a
now.
match after
Stairways are
match
open and
after
working.
match, gain some bullshit points.
To find a way up to that
I don't
ledge.
fucking know,
We,
buy stuff.
thinking out loud again here?
No, that time I was lecturing.
Huh, Nate, you're such a fucking dick. But a lovable one. There's like you get a, so you can get off easy. Target photo. Creepy statue. Looking over you. Also, when I was playing this game, I was thinking that, man, these environments remind me of Dark Souls a lot. And I cannot believe how I, I beaten Dark Souls 3 and Demon Souls, and now I'm playing video games. I'm just constantly thinking, man, this is just like Dark Souls. This looks like Dark Souls. This was similar case when I first played Skyrim, and then every game afterwards I played, I was like, huh, this is kind of like Skyrim. Is Skyrim like Dark Souls, or are Dark Souls like Skyrim?
Chase, over here. I think we can push
I don't
through
know.
these stones.
I did make a let's
Okay.
play of Skyrim, and
You ready?
you know what? When I'm recording this video, when I'm sitting here making the commentary at the very least, not recording gameplay, see, that's the animation of Chase.
One more. Here we go.
See how she's like obviously not as strong as Nate, so she kind of fucking
Wait while I light this.
tumbles around and shit, fumbles around. When Dante does it with you later, he has the same animations, which makes him look like a fucking wimp. Yeah, and I was saying, that I did a Skyrim Let's Play, and as I'm recording this, I'm still not even halfway through. Actually, no, I think I'm halfway through the Dawnguard Let's Play. See, there's like an entire area just to take a picture of whatever the fuck this is. Will the game tell us what this is? Stiffing box? Slipping box? I don't fucking know. Yeah. Also, I do intend to record those two games that I mentioned, Demon Souls and Dark Souls 3. Also, another topic I meant to talk about, because we talked about boxes just now, and it reminded me of that Blue Box studio, which was a video game studio that
It's dead end.
only made shitty ass mobile
Looks like there was
games,
a
and then
ladder
they
here.
came out
Maybe there's another way up there.
with some big announcement of making a horror
See
game.
that ledge up there?
Everybody said, "Oh my God, is that at Silent Hills?" Secretly,
See if I can
is
help you
Blue
reach it.
Box
Sounds good.
actually um, is Blue Box actually a hit, like a facade for a Hideo Kojima
Hey,
project?
don't even say it.
Because
It's
the
not my fault.
CEO of Blue
I didn't
Box
say a thing.
initials are HK, just like Hideo Kojima. And no, apparently all these speculations, all these things that aligned perfectly and seemed pretty convincing that
Wouldn't
this
budge.
actually might be true.
Trust me, that door has not been opened in centuries.
No, it's all bullshit. It was all thinking a little bit too deep about
What, you didn't
some
believe
shitty video game studio who makes shitty video
Oh,
games,
but
and
you just had
apparently
to try
this
for
one is not
yourself.
Silent Hills,
Did I?
it's some original garbage,
Force of habit.
and no one fucking
Well, we'll
cares
find another way
anymore.
around.
All the hype they had was around the possibility that it might be a Silent Hills game, but it's not, so everyone doesn't give a shit about it anymore. See you fellas in the next episode, bye.